Especially with like the way they sway too.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge thing.
So I just have them all centered. I kind of like when I got what's the rocket launcher of Quake 1 unlocked as a skin. Like previously that one was like standardly centered.
Yeah, and so was the lightning gun, like Quake One shaft. I still use both of those. Or no, I use like the stock
Yeah,
QC one.
so when I unlocked that one, I immediately just noticed how much better I was getting with the rocket launcher just because it was centered. And now
Yeah, like it lines up with your crosshair vertically.
Exactly.
So it's not trying to aim with the edge of your screen or something. What is your ping to U.S. Virginia?
Yeah, let me actually check. Virginia 92.
Holy shit, your ping is lower than mine. I ping 110.
Okay, like what's the lowest ping you can find?
Oh, the lowest ping I can find is Northern California, and that's 45. You'll probably ping over 200 to that.
Yeah, that's 167 for me.
How about U.S. Ohio? That's gonna be way down at the bottom, like 5th or 6th from the bottom.
That's 112 for me.
I am 105.
Jeez.
So yeah, dude. Hey, shout out to Comcast.
Galactic
So
and
those
chat.
are...
Well, you can say I can talk.
I was gonna say those are probably just the two lowest we'll be able to get. So I guess I'll leave the connection at those.
Which, Ohio, you said?
Yeah, I was just gonna leave it connected to U.S. Virginia and U.S. Ohio, since we both get like approximately 100 of those. Because once I start looking at any of the EU ones, like Warsaw is 120, Stockholm's 120.
Jeez.
Or no, it's 220. Stockholm's 220. Let's see here. Ireland is 200. Frankfurt is 180.
So Galactic in chat is asking if you can see my chat or not.
I actually don't have your stream chat open.
Okay, so then there you go, Galactic. He doesn't have it open.
Yeah. And it's also your stream. I'm not going to try to talk over you while you talk.
Oh, that's fine. You can talk whenever you want. You can just, feel comfortable. It's like I don't get mad at anything or like talking whatever. Just whenever you want to say something, just say it.
Alrighty. I guess I'll queue us up.
Oh shit! I
what
still
do you like?
The servers. So it was again Virginia and Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, since I have us partied up, I don't think... Can you actually select data centers if I'm party leader?
Yeah, I've just selected two. I don't know what it's gonna, like, make a priority.
Well, I mean, if we both have the same thing selected, I see no real issue here. What do you want to queue up under? Like, quick play? Like, by default, I have capture the flag, team deathmatch, and deathmatch selected.
I have like, oh wow, I can't even choose anything. Yeah, I'm fine with anything pretty much during the normal queue. So I'm okay with any game mode.
All right, well then let's play us some queue champions.
Hey Light, how you doing? Nice to see you, man. Do you have like the complete edition of the game, like the all the champions pack thing?
Yeah, a buddy of mine actually bought it for me a long time ago. He asked me if I was gonna play Quake Champs because he knew like I had been playing Quake Live since like real early, and I've been playing Quake off and on since about 2000. And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, well, you might want to look at your Steam. And he'd like gifted it to me during the conversation. I was like, oh,
that's nice.
Playing Quake Champions. Yeah, I really appreciated it.
Yeah, I kind of want to buy the full edition just so I can create custom matches, but a part of me just prefers to unlock the characters. I just find some satisfaction in that.
It gives you something to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're doing something, you're working towards something. I can appreciate that for sure.
Vote now.
Capture Flag. I'm gonna go for Burial Chamber. Or Citadel. Those are both fun. Citadel is, like, very enjoyable.
I've only played that map once, and it was, like, really weird. I figured out where the lightning gun was, and I just kind of hung out there. Like, I felt lost the whole game.
Citadel is basically a very, like a long map, if that explains it correctly. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, there's actually a couple of areas, like, where the flags sit. They're direct references to a Quake Live map, but it's one I've only played a couple of times.
And what I also kind of dig is that you have, like, two sides in the middle of the map. That are, like, both close to the base, and then a protection and a quad spawn at the same time. So I've actually managed a couple matches where I got both the quad and the protection at the same time, which was pretty nice.
Just ready to steamroll.
But I'm very happy that I eventually got to start to play other champions, because I usually just went with BJ, but I'm happy they nerfed him, because of that nerf I started putting interest in other champions. And now I'm just playing everything, pretty much.
I'm happy they changed his voice, dude. Like, the low HP sound, like,
Scream.
went from sounding, like, yeah, he sounded like a 12-year-old that's kicked his toe on a coffee table or something. It's so funny.
I read the other day that his scream is like a big meme when he gets on low health.
Ah!
Yeah, exactly. Also, a question for chat. If Loveless is hearable, clearly.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Not that, like, if my game is not, like, being too loud or anything, let me know, because then I'll, like, lower the volume of the game and stuff like that. Because I don't often stream with other people, but I do like doing that. Oh, crap.
Your flag returned.
Also, I just yesterday got Athena, and she seems very to have a lot of potential.
Shadows hide me.
Oh, Athena's the shit. She's hard to use.
Yeah, it's like a very high skill ceiling class. Ow.
Enemy flag returned. Enemy team scored.
Not many can
Your
get
flag has been
I
taken.
haven't even checked what my daily objectives are.
Enemy flag taken. Enemy flag returned. Your flag has been taken. Incoming quad. You have the flag. Enemy flag
Yeah,
returned.
You need to pick it up.
I'm actually surprised there's not a single sore lag in this match.
Enemy team scored. Quad spawned.
I haven't noticed.
Because usually there's like a sore lag all the time.
Enemy flag taken.
What the hell is with my aim?
Flag has been taken. Enemy flag taken.
Maybe I'm just too used to Z-Doom that I was playing last night.
Enemy flag returned. Your flag returned.
Ghost and scum all day long.
Your flag has been taken. Your flag returned.
Oh, they're storming us.
Has been taken.
Holy shit.
Defense. Your flag returned.
Fighting a trash like you for years. I know why I'm winning. It's because I planned it that way.
Flag has been taken.
actually surprised how well this plays with the ping that we're on.
I know, right?
Like everyone's on like 100 ping, so that kind of makes it more playable. Oh crap! This is not a good idea. Kind of way too low health.
Enemy flag taken. Your flag has been taken. Protection spawned.
I have a zip line right now.
Also, sometimes I still forget that I can't use abilities when I have the flag.
You can't?
Nope. You drop the flag when you press F.
Oh my. Okay. Good tip. Thank you.
So sometimes I'm like, oh, I gotta use my ability, and then I drop the flag, and it's like all over. Oh god.
You're looking for a fight. You've got one now.
You have the flag, right? Or is that the other death? Okay. Because I see, like, on the top of the screen who has it, but there's 2 Death Knights. I'm gonna try and hunt the guy who has our flag. No idea what.
Sitting on their flag too.
Yeah. He's in their base. I'm gonna go invisible and just skip the fight. Increase loveless volume. Alright, I'll do that after this match. Or I'll probably have to just decrease. Well, I don't know what you'd prefer. Would you prefer me to decrease the game sound or just increase Loveless's volume?
I can always yell into the mic.
Crap. The enemy team is pretty good. Alright, I'm close to their base again. Let's see if I can... Oh, the energy is not... Oh, there he is!
Incoming quad.
Powers too.
Crap, okay, I'm fighting him right now.
Quad spawn.
Crap. Fuck, I almost had him. Man, you're holding on to that flag for a long time.
I'm trying. I'm just walking backwards a lot and fighting.
I'll go for the mega armor again. Or whatever they call it. Heavy armor?
Heavy armor, yeah.
So it's...
They changed it from like red armor to heavy armor.
Shadows hide me.
Ah, damn, he was on 14 health.
I dropped it. Quad came into base.
Enemy flag returned.
Should have trained more.
Damn it.
Scored.
You scum.
Your flag has been taken. 1 minute warning. Your flag returned. Enemy flag taken. Your flag has been taken. Defense. Your flag returned. Enemy flag returned.
I'm probably gonna change class, because
Your flag has been taken.
I don't think it's going too well with Nyx here.
Your flag returned. Your flag has been taken. Incoming protection. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1 complete. protection spawned. Your flag returned. Enemy flag returned.
I'm not good at CPF.
I'm not too good at it either. I do enjoy it, but usually when the teams are, I guess, a little bit more balanced. I mean, hell, you're doing at least the best in the whole team, so that probably says a lot about the competence about me and the rest of the team.
I feel like the rest of them probably know how to play CTF. I'm just trying to frag. I have their flag though, and I'm back at our basement.
Okay, I'm about to. Yeah, there we go.
Your flag returned. Your team
Got it.
scored. You have a flag. Enemy flag returned.
So you didn't miss anything light. Just the enemy team kicking our asses a little bit.
Your flag has been taken.
Alright, I got the flag. Now I'm just gonna YOLO back.
Incoming quad.
Because as far as I know, Sorlag is just the easiest to use during capture the flag.
Capture.
Sick.
Your team scored. Quad
Anarchy's
spawned.
incoming.
Your flag has been taken.
Alright, I've got the quad.
Quad damage.
And I've got the flag. And I've killed the carrier. Someone needs to,
Your flag returned.
I'm escorting.
there we go. I don't know where the whole team is now. I don't see anyone. It's always when I grab the quad, the whole enemy team just disappears.
Capture. Your team scored.
Sweet. Alright, we're catching back up.
This is what I think is funky about asymmetrical maps.
Yeah, it's hard to balance them, right?
Right, like you would think if we got like no caps first half, why are we getting caps now? That's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's been happening a lot in CTF. I've had a lot of comebacks happening where I first thought, what's it called? The Tempest Shrine is a new map, I think. We were like kicking ass the first round, and then like all of a sudden the enemy team came back.
There's a CPF.
Oh, crap.
That actually sounds pretty cool. That map's okay.
Which map?
Tempest Shrine?
Oh, the one with the yeah. Yeah,
With all the rain.
I think it's pretty okay.
Flag taken.
It's one of the maps that I like more. But I'm more of a... I usually enjoy the maps more that have a combination of open areas and corridors. Not that much of like maps that are too corridory, like Awoken and... it's like another one. I think a few maps are just too corridory where no matter how often I play it, I can't really learn the map layout.
Enemy has the protection.
Yeah, just hallway and hallway.
Yeah, everything seems like a tiny maze and I just can't learn where everything is coming from, and you know, since everything is like around the corner, it's very easy to get ambushed, and that kind of annoys me. I just want to have a mix of corridors and like some open areas, and then I'm happy.
Tank. Enemy flag returned. Enemy flag taken.
Have a flag?
Are they still behind you?
No, nobody's behind me.
Saw their flag carrier chasing you.
Venomous. Your flag returned. Your team
Boom.
Ooh, that was close. Oh, never mind. Okay. So, do you find the tri-bolt useful at all? Because I can't really make that weapon work.
I just try to aim at the feet. Like, I try to watch what the person's movement is, and then try to make a trail that they'll walk into. And it's useful against Clutch, like once he pops that shield. If you shoot the bolts at the ground, you can walk over them and they'll still explode on them. So the shield's only has limited usefulness for him in that regard.
I mean, when I first started playing, I loved the tri-bolt, and now I just hate it, and I prefer everything else. It's very weird. I always...
worthless, and then it was overpowered, and now it's like kinda useful, but it has a weird reputation.
I'm at least happy I got better with certain other weapons I used to suck at. Oh crap. Shit. No! Ah, damn it. One with the flag, one with the quad. Not good.
I have the flag.
Oh man, I just screwed that Nyx over again with my toxic venom ability. I think it's... Sorlag's ability is so much cheese. Same with Death Knight, but I think it's a bit worse with Sorlag.
Oh, because of vision obstruction?
Well, mostly just... very often when Sorlag, like an enemy, puts down the venom on the floor or whatever it is, I see it, I try to jump over it or like not touch it, and then I still get hit by it and get damage over time.
Yeah.
Even though like I physically did not see that I touched it or anything. Like it's pretty much not avoidable. Unless you like really keep your distance. And then the damage over time is obnoxious either way.
True.
Incoming protection.
Because anyone can just YOLO you and then, you know, just spray that and sure, he'll probably die, but he'll most likely get you after that. Oh. Damn it. Well, I killed one defender, but their carrier is still alive. Ah. Well, that was a GG.
One. Enemy team wins.
Was actually pretty close.
Came back. Even just a little, but still came back.
Let's see if I can increase your volume now. Hopefully it'll be better for the stream. Alright. Oh. I also really like that they put Instagib as a standard option.
Does Clutch still dominate Instagib? Or did they like disable abilities for it?
I never really see Clutch in Instagib.
Because like you know how Clutch has the shield and then you can do like the laser, like basically the second lightning gun. Used to be like people would play it and then pop shield and then immediately pop lightning gun, and since it's one hit kills, people would just start waving the mouse all over the fucking screen.
Yeah, that's
and
definitely
frag.
That's not the case anymore, because I even read in the patch notes, basically abilities do not do insta-kill damage anymore at all in Instagib.
Good.
So it's...
Yeah. Ranger was popular too.
It's literally just the railgun and the gauntlet. But that does seem very overpowered, how you explained it. I usually see a lot of Nyx and Visor in Instagib and Athena.
This is no different.
Those three make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Just mobility, being able to hide, and then being able to see literally everything.
Yeah, I've been enjoying Nyx a lot. I actually won her with a giveaway. There was some kind of giveaway happening on a website, and I just like had to do click on a few things, and then a few days later I got an email that I won a bonus code, so I just redeemed the code and I got Nyx.
Nice.
Also, I think champions are like oh, another CTF. I'm gonna go for Shrine.
CTF is popping.
Yeah, everyone is really enjoying it, it seems. And I like it, but you know, there are those matches when it's like 0 against 10 or whatever. Even I had like a winning match where we dominated with like 21 caps or something, and the enemy team only capped 1.
How?
That was I have it like recorded. It was on stream. I have like a clip of it, and I was like on a very big kill streak during that match as well, playing a scale bearer.
Yeah, that is the definition of a stomp right there.
Yeah, on this map as well, I had a very big comeback from the enemy team, where we first just dominated, and there were even some angry comments in chat from the team that was losing, and then the next match, they just dominated us. Just very weird.
Since the game's gone free-to-play, have you noticed there's some real gamers out there with casually racist names? Oh man, maybe that's just an American thing, because wow.
I haven't paid enough attention to names, but I think I've seen a few.
We have a superior force. Let's take them.
Here we go.
Can't catch me now.
Hey there, Nated.
Prepare your team. Round begins in 3.
Alright, I'm gonna go try Athena again.
Capture the flag.
See how that goes. Yeah, I think this is a very cool map.
I have to learn the layout. I only know the center areas.
Your flag has been taken.
Ah, what? Oh, god damn it. So people are very good at shooting me while I'm using the rope.
You won't even know I'm coming.
But I always fail at properly hitting Athena players.
About to begin a straightening run.
Oh crap.
Death from above.
Incoming quad.
Death from above.
Ah, damn it.
Quad spawned.
You think someone is alone and then 2 team members join in on his party. Not good.
Enemy flag returned. Quad damage. Denied. Enemy team score. Excellent.
Alright, I'm gonna go for the
Catch me now.
flag while I have the quad.
You have the flag.
Ah, what?
Enemy has the quad.
Ha, what? I don't even know how that happened.
Flag has been taken.
Oh, wow.
Enemy flag taken. Enemy flag returned.
Also, I don't know how Athena's passive ability works.
Enemy team scored. You have
Yeah, me neither, to be honest. I don't know what it is.
It's like something about the top step you can use as a ramp or something.
Oh, Quake 2 stair jumping.
your flag has been taken.
So, like, if you're playing as Athena and you, like, jump off a step, you're gonna jump higher than you would as, like, a player with vanilla movement.
Well, I always try to just jump on the steps and shit, but I can't seem to make it work.
Your team
Like, when you go up a large series of steps, just hold space instead of spamming it. And you should get quite a bit of speed.
Huh.
Death from above. Please tell me someone saw
you
that.
have the flag.
Uh-oh.
Incoming protection. Enemy flag returned.
Oh god, yep, and I'm dead.
Protection spawned. Your flag has been taken. Enemy flag taken.
Evasive maneuvers.
Enemy has the protection.
I still gotta learn the weapon spawns a little bit on this map.
Enemy flag returned.
Can't catch me now.
Your team has the protection. Enemy team scored.
Got the power up.
Can't catch me now. Run and hide.
Enemy flag taken. Your
I have sacrificed myself for the greater good.
flag has been taken.
Can't take much more of this.
Once in our face on flag.
Your
Two.
flag has been taken.
I'm getting lit up.
Your flag returned.
Alright, that's good.
Your team scored.
Nice.
Got him.
Oh crap, I'm not using Athena properly here. Maybe I should just use a different
You have
class.
the flag.
Maybe Scale Bearer would be good here.
Your flag has been taken.
Skiller is, like, so weird now. Like, you can do damage to people with walking speed. You
Yeah.
don't have to be fast.
Keep him off my back.
Like, I don't know. That kind of irks me, but I kind of get it too. Just keep your distance wrong.
He's very troll. Do you know he also has like a passive that's not even noted down?
Do you mean smashing people by landing on them?
No, he just continuously gains speed by walking forward.
Oh, wow.
And up to 500 UPS. So
That is cheese as fuck, my dude.
yeah, he's like super troll. The thing is, I'm used to strafe jumping, and then when I play Scale Bearer, I forget all about strafe jumping because you just hold W. That's all you do, and turn with your mouse, and then you just keep that speed. And it's just so troll with,
Flag has been taken.
well, with a lightning gun.
Enemy flag returned.
He's also got that thing too where, like Nyx, you can do pivot movement. You don't have to strafe jump. Just hold forward when you land, face a direction, and
Yeah.
off you go.
Your flag returned.
Let
That's
me,
really hard to adjust to.
let me just, yeah. So I've got Scale Bearer selected now. Let me just.
Enemy flag taken.
Ah, damn it. But
Enemy flag returned.
does the lightning gun increase damage the more speed you have, or is that something I just only think is happening?
No, it should just be like if someone's doing more damage, they're probably just hitting better in that instance than previously.
Because whenever I'm like going super fast, it feels as if I kill people way quicker with the lightning gun. I don't know why.
If you're traveling in the same path they are, then more is hitting.
Oh shit.
Enemy flag returned.
The battle is dragging.
Incoming protection.
But yeah, I've had some very troll moments with him.
Defense. Your flag returned. Protection spawned. Enemy
Pretty
has the
ridiculous.
protection.
The SSG also works very well with him. But you can literally just do a 180-degree turn and maintain your 500 speed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1 complete.
But then again, like the bunny hop of Sorlag also gets very abused because you can just hold space and go very fast as well.
Fight.
We're going to
But at least he doesn't have the ramming damage.
Yeah. Oh god, I jumped out of the map. There's like a trade-off with Sorlag though. Like if you're holding forward and doing bunny hop only movement, you gain speed, but like you can't turn as sharp as if you were to do like Quake 1 style bunny hopping by doing it using only like left and right strafe keys. It's awkward.
Well, I think I'm about to cap. Yep.
Capture. Your team scored.
the way.
Wait.
Enemy flag taken.
I have a flag and 50 HP. Pray for me.
Alright. Alright, I'm distracting two guys here. They were about to go after you, but
Your team scored.
I was a more important target. Hell yeah.
Got it.
I love it when that works.
Must not hesitate in battle.
Yeah, it's also just funny when you're like in more of a corridory map with Scale Bearer and you get a get a quad. You just walk around in circles and do stupid shit. You barely need to pay attention, and you just randomly stomp people to death.
Your team scored.
I've never gotten a smash frag with scale. Like landing on someone.
Oh, I'm getting them all the time.
Give me your secrets.
You mean the passive, right? You're talking about his passive.
Yeah, where you just jump, like let's say someone's on the ground and you like rocket jump and land on top of them.
You don't need to land on top of them. You literally walk into them.
Your team has the quad.
Oh jeez.
Was that different in the past?
It's possible to just literally smash people by landing on top of them.
Scored.
Like I've done the bull rush thing and I've just strafe jumped into people before. Like literally crushing them. What happened?
Oh my god.
Enemy flag returned.
I did a bull rush and someone just flew out of the map.
Oh jeez.
I just stomped someone. But when you're talking about landing on top of someone, that's like the same effect from the main passive he has, right?
Yeah, it's part of the passive.
Because I think, because as far as I know, how it works is just the more speed you have, the more damage you do by running into them. So if you're like landing on top of him, that's where the falling speed basically counts.
Yeah, it's just vertical speed.
Yeah. So I guess with like falling on top of someone, I haven't really had that. Well, I've had a couple times actually, by just randomly landing somewhere, but usually it just happens by just walking into people, just fighting them, and then usually someone's like a bit low on health, and you just walk into him and he dies. It's very satisfying, but it is very troll.
Enemy has the protection.
Lambs to the slaughter.
But when I first tried Scale Bearer, I found him not very playable, but then I found out you can just hold W and you get up to 500 UPS, and that kind of I'm not sure if it makes him balanced or not, but definitely makes him more playable.
I've found him very hard to play. I would agree with that.
I've returned.
But did you knew about the holding W thing with him?
No, because I never paid much attention to his movement. Like, I kept trying to strafe jump as I normally would.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna try him out again, then just see how it works for you if you just hold W. Even though it's totally not Quake that you can just get to ridiculous speed by holding W.
Enemy flag taken.
Because if you just... Like, if I'm running in front of you here... Oh, hold on, let me just... I mean, you've probably seen me dash around the map, right?
I've seen you play Quake Champs, yeah.
Like, right now, I'm just walking circles.
Oh, geez, yeah, I see the flag.
So I can just maintain that speed.
Yeah,
Also-
that's something I haven't practiced doing.
It's just amazingly troll. But I wouldn't be mad if they nerfed it. I always look at it objectively when, you know, I'll surely enjoy something, but if I know it's not entirely balanced, I'm okay with them nerfing something. The
It's
same,
like, I enjoy this, but it's not fair, and I recognize it.
yeah, exactly. The same thing when I'm playing World of Tanks. It's like, you know, I know there's a couple of overpowered tanks or whatever. Okay, I just walked into a Nyx and totally killed her.
We have one at this point. I'm just gonna stay in the base and defend the flag.
I always see it as, you know, if there's a specific thing that's overpowered in a game, you know, pretty much everyone has the power to play that. So I can choose to not play it, which would be humbling, but sometimes I do play it because I'm like, well, I want to play it and the game gives me the option to.
Yeah.
Dev should probably just nerf it if it's overpowered.
It's not our fault the developers didn't think. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, exactly. Blame the devs, not the players.
Yeah, like, I'm not responsible for the decisions, and I'm not responsible for the input of the, like, playtesters either, so...
Blood is burned.
Defense. Your flag returned. Your team scored. Enemy flag
Guardian achievement. Sweet. I just exploded.
This your team scored.
Oh wow. I think we're winning.
Only slightly? You never know.
Has been taken.
I feel like after the last game we earned this, so... all good?
Hey there, Sorlag. How you doing? Oh crap. Wait, what? Me and him just kill each other? I don't even know. Ah, he has protection.
Has the protection. Enemy flag returned.
Oh man, I'm so happy that I got more into this game.
5.
It's a good game. I have my grievances with it, but it's a...
You win.
I'm just sad whenever I see toxic behavior in chat. Which is not often, but it does happen. Thanks, Light. Well, definitely Loveless carrying here.
Man, I have the stream up on my tablet so I can see the chat and everything, and the last thing I see is light saying to turn me up a little bit. But you're still getting...
Oh.
You still have chat.
Yeah, that's odd.
Good work, Twitch app. Good work.
Yeah,
really top man on the job here.
The Twitch app is very odd for me. I can never view my own profile without getting any errors and stuff like that. Or very often the chat just won't connect and stuff like that. It's so weird.
Yeah. It is what it is.
But yeah, Scalebearer, yeah, it says no, that's Athena, not...
Your head is
Yeah, so heavyweight high speed will cause him to damage enemy he collides with. Higher speeds cause greater damage. I find that weird that only that is stated as his passive ability, but he basically has a similar passive to Clutch, which is the acceleration. Gradually gains speed by running forward without changing direction. But for Scalebearer, it goes up to 500. I'd assume with Clutch it's higher than that, but maybe not.
There is some extreme cheese with Clutch that I saw for the very first time the other night.
Vote now.
Really? More CTI? Alright. But,
if you want, we can turn it off.
No, I'm good with it. It's just, like, I am surprised with this, because, like, the last time I played Quake Champs with my buddy Mike last week, we played for 4 hours and got one CTF queue. one CTF game, once.
Wow.
It was very weird, yeah. But with Clutch, what some people do is, like, you know how you can double tap in any direction and you get the air dash thing?
Yeah, I've only read about it because I haven't played him yet.
What people do is gaunt out and just hold mouse 1 and just dash forward repeatedly into you. So they're bumping into you, you can't really move, you can't run away, and they're doing like 75 damage or whatever gaunt is every little over half second. It's fucking impossible to run away from.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's ultra cheese. Like,
But
Clutch needs something that isn't the dash movement that he has. And as it is, I think he's kind of unusual in that, like, we have a champion in Quake that has Unreal movement.
I'm very weirded
It's
out by it.
Unreal.
Because I never really see Clutch players. Like, if
you're playing Clutch these days, it's a political statement. He's almost useless.
so it was like in the past.
Well, he's not, like, overpowered anymore, and, like, the nerfs they made to him made him not very usable against other champions.
Okay.
I guess unless it's, like, in specific instances, like, I don't really see him played in duel anymore.
Prepare your team.
I don't know. Like, I just wonder about his usefulness and its limitations.
Round begins.
If I had to take a guess, I'd probably choose him as like the least used champion.
I wouldn't think you're wrong.
Man, so this is you were saying you don't know this map very well, right?
Right. I mean, some of it looks familiar, but, like, I can't quickly run around.
All right, well,
I can't run from hide behind fast.
You're probably gonna like it, I think. Because at least I really like this map. It's definitely one of my favorites for Capture the Flag.
Flag returned.
But it's literally just kind of mirrored in both bases, I'd say. And I've had very cool matches where I mean, a lot of people seem to not pick up the mega health and the heavy armor. So I usually just keep collecting them and staying alive for a long time. That is if my teammates don't grab it.
Incoming quad. Incoming protection.
Yeah, see now both quad and protection are about to spawn.
Your flag has been
Maybe I'll be able to get the quad.
protection.
Oh nope, never mind.
Your flag returned.
Two dudes
You
here.
got a cap.
Scored.
Oh nice.
Enemy flag taken.
I think this is probably my favorite Capture the Flag map.
Has the protection.
Does this have like a heavy armor and a mega health in both bases?
Yeah. So what I'd often do as well is just, when I get into the enemy base, you can just restock if the enemy is stupid and they don't grab it. Which actually happens pretty often.
That's goofy. Like, you'd think they would keep track of their own items. I mean, we've got like the little item timers and everything here.
Enemy flag taken.
You can always just take a little peek, see if it's there. Oh, they actually have a mega armor.
Flag has been taken.
Oh, well, someone else already grabbed it. Wait, what the hell is the game doing? Oh, never mind. I thought the game was No, I thought the game was displaying the wrong champions on my teammates.
I will lead the way.
No!
The other team has someone AFK.
In our team?
The other team does.
Oh, okay. Good.
They're back, never mind.
Oh no!
Team has the quad. Incoming protection.
God damn it. Literally me and the
Dragging on too long.
enemy tried to grab the mega health at the same time.
Protection spawned. Enemy has the protection. Your team has the protection.
Let the culling begin.
Now where's their carrier? Ow. That was stupid of me.
Enemy flag returned. Defense. Your flag returned.
What? Wow. He survived that. I expected him to die there.
For the win.
Enemy flag taken. Your flag has been taken.
Too hard.
Oh, sweet rail there.
Returned. Your team scored. Incoming protection.
Gotta love when rails hit.
Protection spawned. Your team has the protection. Incoming quad. Enemy has the protection. Quad spawned. Enemy has the quad.
Oh crap, they got both.
Rip.
We'll come back.
Your flag has been taken.
Alright, got the flag.
You have the flag.
Their quad has our flag. Careful. Flag's down center of the map, I think.
Your flag returned.
Ooh. Nice. Got him.
Capture. Your team scored.
BJ has our flag now. Or Ison. He looks like BJ.
Kind of.
It's like the same haircut.
1 minute warning.
Crush them.
Your flag returned. Your team scored. Enemy flag taken. Your flag has been taken.
Uh-oh.
Incoming quad.
Whoa.
Did you see me get thrown up in the air?
No, I didn't. I just almost died here. Oh, no, I didn't.
Quad spawned. Your team has the quad. Incoming protection.
Well, this is, I mean, it's not that they're not playing good at all, but
4, 3, 2, 1.
like, I feel they're playing pretty good, but we're still, like, just scoring. I guess we're just defending very well. I'm gonna give Slash a try. Got to try Slash the first time last night,
Round 2. Fight.
and there's definitely, I can definitely see a lot of appeal. Everyone's fault.
I thought that was funny.
Your flag has been taken. Enemy flag taken.
Oh, nice mega health they have in their base. And the mega armor, or heavy armor.
Be a shame if someone else took them.
Yeah, I very quickly learned how important it just is to manage those pickups. When I started playing this actively.
Your flag returned.
Return to flag.
Scored.
We got the flag.
Have the flag. Incoming quad. Incoming protection.
And scored.
Capture. Your team scored.
And hopefully I can get the quad.
Spawned. Quad
Yep.
damage. Enemy flag taken.
Alright, let's kill some plebs.
Enemy has the protection. Body breaker.
And now I have both.
People that need some brutalizing.
Your flag has been taken.
Gotta love that.
Flag returned. Tank. Your team scored.
Uh-oh.
Your flag has been taken. You have the flag.
My keyboard is no longer working at Quake Champs.
Oh. Wait, do I have the flag or not?
Flag returned.
What? Okay, that was stupid. I used my ability and then continued to grab the flag, but apparently he didn't grab it. That was my fault there. Not that it matters much, but... Is your keyboard working again?
Nope, I have to Alt F4.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Alt F4 doesn't work.
Wow. It's odd.
This happens sometimes. If you can, disable Discord overlay for Quake Champions.
Oh, I haven't had any problems with it yet.
I checked the message real quick while I was waiting to respawn,
Incoming protection.
disabled or turned overlay off, and then my keyboard would not work. Forgot to remember to turn it off.
Incoming quad. has the quad.
Boy, I'm feeling blue.
Enemy has the quad.
Uh-oh. Ouch. Quad hurts.
Getting way too emo in here. My skates were totally having a major malfunction.
Ah, damn it.
Real tired of being on the receiving end here.
What? Someone's claiming that the enemy is using wall hacks. Can you spell?
Is anyone playing Visor?
Nope, not even. But like someone says, can you spell wallhacks.com at $14.99 a month? What the fuck?
Protection spawned.
There's a subscription service for this sort of thing now. Really? I'm impressed.
Oh man, just like the other day we were playing, what was I playing? I think arcade with rocket launchers only. And someone else was also just claiming that someone was hacking or cheating, whatever. But I think people don't realize how skilled other people are. Because whenever I get my ass kicked, I just know, okay, they're just very good people who probably played this for a lot of years.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing. Like, I'm, in the grand scheme of things, in Quake, I am not a very good player. And I've still played for 14 years. Like, I've seen what really good looks like, and it's terrifying, to say
Yeah.
the least.
Have you seen, like, there was like a new video by a guy named Toxic? Not sure if you know him.
Toxic, I have been a huge Toxic fan since Quake 4. The man dominated like no one else.
Yeah, so he made or there was a new video released where he did a deathmatch as Nyx on Ruins of Sarnath. He had a 50 KD.
I am not surprised.
And that video just... I can only envy him by seeing the amount of control he has over every engagement. And I also respect him a lot for how calm he stays. He's like super chilled out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, that's... when I was learning how to play Quake Duel, and like I decided like, I want to actually get good at this, or see how good I can get. Like, learning how to manage your emotions in a game is like important to meta game too, because otherwise, like if you get angry and just throw yourself at people, you're giving them free frags and throwing away a winnable game.
Yeah, that's what I've been dealing with World of Tanks. That game has made me angry a lot of times.
I've never played World of Tanks, but I hear the toxicity in it is on par with League of Legends.
Oh yeah.
Do you have experience with that, I'm gonna assume?
Yeah. And well, I have another friend who's played League of Legends more, because I've played it a little bit. He says League of Legends is a little bit worse, but it's definitely very close to it, I assume. Like, it is very toxic. But I just, like, I played that game for 8 years, so I'm like whatever someone says, I'm probably not really caring about it, or not even getting annoyed by it anymore. And there's like, do you have you ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Absolutely. It's when trash players think they're amazing.
Yeah.
And when decent players think they're trash. Yeah.
So, I've never seen another game where that is bigger. Like, people
I saw a lot
suffer.
of it in Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Ah, it's fine. No need to say sorry. But people, like, suffer from that so much in that game. It's not even funny anymore. Because it's a 15 versus 15 game. And if you die, you're just out of the match. 1 life. So, you know, if you just compare... like, some people will call you out on something on... because they're ignorant, you know. You're doing a tactical retreat or whatever, and they will call you a pussy for not suiciding into the enemy, because obviously they know better because they're already dead and you're still alive. Stuff like that. And then they will keep trash-talking you. And if you look at their stats after the battle, it's like you do at least triple the average damage in the same vehicle and stuff like that. And it's just so crazy. I mean, I'm not a person who will trash talk someone because he's not a good player, because I know skill is just everywhere, right? Some people will just be able to get that good at a game, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
But when people will call me out and keep trash talking me like I'm a bad player, then I will, you know, defend myself, and I will just look up like, hey, well, my in the same vehicle I do triple your damage, and they will apparently deny the facts and stuff like that. Just it's a bit sad when people just deny facts. Or what also happens, I get trash talked for not doing what someone wants to. Then I call them out on certain things, and then they will say, well, I only play for fun. Well, if you're only playing for fun, why are you trash talking other people? Because apparently you're very upset that I didn't do what he wanted, right?
It is possible to be a positive person and have a competitive mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like these people believe there's some level of mutual exclusivity that does not allow things as such to exist. I think that's the nicest way I can put that. Here I am trying to be diplomatic.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
I actually think it's pretty funny how, well, as far as I've noticed, the very pro Quake players seem to be very nice people, as far as my impression has gone. But in World of Tanks, they're very elitist.
I'm gonna assume it's a really small game, and it's not a very old game either. How old is World of Tanks?
Well, it left beta about 8 years ago.
Oh.
And how big it is... hey there, Power Wolf. How big it is... I'm not too sure. I know the player base has dropped the last few years. I think it's about, like, just for EU, it's about 20,000 people online or something.
Oh man, compared to Quake, that's huge. That's more players than Quake has worldwide.
Flag is near our base.
Hearing numbers like that blows my mind too.
But I'm not too sure anymore how it is, but I do remember seeing like those numbers of people online, but I'd have to take a look again.
Incoming quad.
But the Russian server is like a lot bigger, and North American is a lot smaller. It's like more just getting closer to dying, it seems. But
I'm working on the quad. Hopefully I can get
I don't know.
Quad spawned. Protection.
It's weird. Like, Quake's a really old community. Like, if I were to get back into playing TDM pickups, like I was like 3 or 4 years ago, I would be playing with the same assholes that I've been playing with the last 15 years, 14 years or so. And I know it. And we all know each other, and we all know how to get under each other's skin. And we just kinda don't, because there's no point to it. Like, It's not useful in any way. And everybody knows approximately how good everyone else is.
I
So
can get away from their quad.
when
man.
you look at like in terms of like the casual players as separate from like the pros, when you look at really good players, everybody knows that who's going to win that day comes down to who's like the most prepared, who's been practicing the most recently, like that sort of thing. There's a lot of sway. So I think the ego kind of dissolves once that fact gets recognized. I don't know how that works in tanks though. Like if people realize that like ability can change from day to day. Even though skill might not, ability can.
Yeah, I'm very confused about the community in World of Tanks. I mean, there's also nice people there. There's, you know, the most popular streamer in World of Tanks is a very nice, genuine British fella. And he tries his best to, you know, help everyone be nice and make tutorials, and he's giving tips on every stream. He's like one of the most genuine people ever. But when you just there's like a mod that displays a lot of skills of players based on their stats and stuff. So like the most skilled players are very often just complete assholes. And it just...
Some people let that shit go to their head, man. It's like, this is a hobby.
Yeah, you're right, Powerwolf. And, there's like maybe it's a minority that just shouts very loud.
I would agree with Powerful. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, right?
Enemy has the protection.
Oh man, the enemy team is working together very well. They're like sticking together.
I'm one of those enemy team. It put us on different teams this game.
Oh, we're on different teams. Whoa, what?
Yeah, let's look at the scoreboard. I killed you at the beginning of the game, and I was
Oh,
like,
crap.
okay.
I didn't even know this. What the fuck? Well, I'm gonna play something tankier because you guys are dominating. Oh boy.
Does everyone help on me? So
Your flag has been taken.
But yeah, in either case, I think it's just free-to-play games will always have some kind of toxicity, right? Because most often it's just little kids who have a big mouth.
come on,
And
let's step it up. We had really good defense initially. We didn't have a runner. Changed over to a runner.
why is this guy like
You know,
talking in
one running too deep.
chat, in voice chat, so seriously? Is that normal?
Coming protection.
I have never used voice chat in this game. I turned it off in the beta and then never turned it back on. Like, I've spent all these years playing Quake without talking to people. You know what I mean?
It's like there's this guy. I mean, I don't mind it, but he's like super serious about this. He's like playing as if he's playing with a clan.
Your flag returned.
Yeah, it's like, bro, none of us are making money doing this. Relax.
Like, come on, we had a good defense. Let's step it up, guys. This is what he's saying. When it's
I'm okay
someone,
with that if he's being positive. That's cool.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. You know, he's trying to. Uh-oh. Oof. Oh my god, that was close.
Enemy flag taken.
Oh god, I wish I could read chat now.
Enemy flag returned.
I guess, you know, Quake Champions is just a very, I guess currently a very niche game. Because it's, you know, the people who are familiar with it play it,
Enemy team score.
which are, you know, a lot of veterans as well. And if there's gonna be new players joining in, they're gonna get their asses kicked. Like, I don't know if
1 minute warning.
if people like Toxic still play public deathmatch or something like that.
It's down.
But just imagine someone just plays this game for the first time and he gets matched up against him.
I remember the first time I played Duel in Quake 4. It was against a guy named Gelisak, and I had no idea who he was. And he beat me 74 to 1.
Incoming quad.
It was ridiculous. And I had already been playing Quake for about a year at that point. And what I didn't know was that he was probably the #1 Canadian player at the time.
Yeah.
And even then, beating me like someone, you know, like some average player 74 to 1, he wasn't
Quad damage.
even a top 10 player in the world. So it's like, the higher in skill you get, the greater the gaps in skill become. It's kind of ridiculous.
Round
Yeah, and so
Like, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, keep talking.
What you were talking about earlier with World of Tanks and it having like a real low barrier entry, you know, it's like a free game. So
Yeah.
World of Tanks is free, right? Okay. So like, if you have this low barrier to entry where anybody can play it, but you have a really old community that's been around for like at this point like 22 years, 23 years, that's a really weird dynamic to have where literally anybody can play this game, but everybody who does play it is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, that's I think why a lot of the new players are just getting like what's the proper wording? Scared away? Bullied away?
Yeah.
Because I was talking to like someone in my Discord the other day. His name is Hickley. He's like, I don't know, 16 maybe. No, and he said he doesn't like this game. So I asked him, okay, be honest with me. Why do you not like Quake Champions? And obviously he said, well, because I suck. And you know that saddens me because I know that, you know, if he just would take the time, he would probably be able to get better at this. But you know, if he's getting his ass kicked by all the pros in here, yeah, it's hard to motivate him to play this, right?
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense too. Like, we need a lot of new players so they can all go and be bad with each other for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can catch up. Like, it's really hard to catch up. Not like, I had this mentality that I wanted to get good at this game, regardless of the amount of time it took. And I understand in that regard I'm kind of a unicorn. I don't expect other people to have the same amount of patience that I did. I also was fortunate enough to start playing this game with my old Counter-Strike teammates. So I had people familiar with this game, but they weren't good at it. So I could actually beat up on my friends. I had friends to be bad with. And that was... It reminded me that, like, even though this game is, like, really hard and everything, and there's really good people at it, I was still able to have fun. And I think people being new to this game and playing on their own and knowing no one, that they don't get that experience.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Yeah, it grinds them down.
Your flag has been taken.
I am happy that there are bot matches available separately. But then I'm weirded out at the same time when I see a new player complaining that they're getting their asses kicked. But if I wouldn't be comfortable playing against players, then I would just play against bots.
Yeah.
So then I'm wondering, why are some people not playing against bots to train?
Watch. Your flag returned.
Because when I tried out League of Legends, all I did was play against bots. Then again, I can't enjoy playing against bots because apparently pros are playing against bots as well to get their daily win. And then I literally cannot contribute anything to the match. Which kind of ruins League of Legends for me, because I was interested in that game.
I find games like that visually overwhelming. I don't know what to look at. Does that make any sense? Like isometric view kind of games, like what exactly am I looking at right now? There's so much motion on the screen that I'm not controlling any one thing, it feels like. I don't know.
Flag has been taken.
Maybe a little bit. I know it's maybe a little bit more understandable with RTS games, where you're like controlling so many units and shit and have to micromanage multiple things.
Enemy has the quad.
People like pro StarCraft players, they like there's like a very high number of like inputs per second or whatever they do.
This may be my day to die.
Your flag has been taken.
So, funny you mentioned one thing in this game that was about
Your flag has been taken.
like a place for new players to play together with. That's what you mentioned, right?
They're pushing too hard.
So that's starting to become a problem in World of Tanks, I think. And that's because, you know, obviously the player base has dropped, but there's a term because, like, simply explained, the tanks are separated into 10 different tiers, and most players, you know, most pro players play at high tiers. But when you've got good players playing at low tiers, because they know the game inside out, they will play a low tier tank and maybe a slightly overpowered low tier tank.
Incoming
And then they will perform extra good because they're playing at a low tier where there's only new players. That's a term called seal clubbing.
Oh wow, that sounds very apt.
And
Put it.
quad spawn.
seal clubbing is becoming a very big problem in World of Tanks.
The quad.
That doesn't even sound rewarding. Like, why stomp players you know don't stand a chance against you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Protection spawn.
People just do it. I rarely grab a low tier tank, but mostly I just play the tanks that I need to gather XP on.
Enemy flag.
My bad on
In Quake Live, when there was still like ELO, like a skill rating, people would call it ELO farming. Like, you would get more points for beating players with a higher ranking, of course, but if you lost to a player with a higher rank, you would lose more ranking points yourself. Like, much in the way that like MMR worked, right? So what people would do is they would ELO farm and just beat up on a shitload of lower skilled players to get fewer points. And the likelihood of losing to the lower players, lower skilled players, meant there was less risk involved.
Your flag returned.
And then, but then if they were play ranked or something, that would probably play against people above their skill level, because their
Enemy flag.
level would probably not represent their actual skill, right?
Their skill level would be artificially inflated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what would happen. And then there's like, I don't know, it could be very unreliable to figure out what someone actually was with regards to skill, because you would also have people who would only practice against people way better than them, and then it would be hard to gauge what their actual rating is because it's artificially deflated.
Yeah. So I
Those
think
people were kind of rare though.
so. I think there's actually the same thing happening in World of Tanks there, which is called stat padding. So
Yeah, same concept.
yeah, just getting a high win rate and stuff like that,
Protection spawn.
and
Protection.
um,
Flag returned.
there's
Flag has been taken.
oh man, how am I gonna explain this? So there's a big calculation that the community has made, and the calculation is like based on win ratio, average damage, and all kinds of statistics.
Enemy team wins.
And that calculation will give out a certain number, and that number will represent your skill, and you will also get a color depending on the number. And that is called WN8, and people farm that as well by playing lower or like overpowered tanks or seal clubbing and stuff like that, so that everyone sees, oh, he has a purple color, so he's like a super pro player, but you know, he's most likely just been seal clubbing and stuff like that.
It's like sad as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like when people started really getting into like the whole like stat shit with TF2, because I used to play TF2 for a while, and I was like, you know, I think this stuff is like kind of cheeky and fun to look at, but like it's not really indicative of me as a player. Like, let's say I go play Quake Live, and I play Clan Arena, and my favorite gun is lightning gun. I don't have
We're
the strongest aim.
separated, by the way.
How did that happen? Okay,
No clue.
we'll shoot you an invite. It's really. Oh, it's because I rejoined that game. I had to quit Quake Champs.
Okay. Wow. That's funny how we actually got matched up in the same match after that.
Oh wow, yeah, that was a complete accident. That's weird. But like, let's say I want to boost like my stats for like my lightning gun aim or whatever. I can just play Clan Arena and Quake Live. I can wait for people to rocket jump and only hit people in the air on their way up or on their way down, because they're not going to be able to dodge, and it's going to be infinitely easier than hitting someone on the ground. So I could be like, yeah man, I was playing Clan Arena today and I hit like 50% lightning gun, and that's meaningless. I was hitting fairly stationary targets. Like, that is the level of like pathetic that I think like stat chasing is.
Yeah.
Because you would get people doing similar things, like not exactly that, but like similar stuff in TF2. And then you're describing this to me now in World of Tanks, a game with which I am completely unfamiliar. But the concepts are all the same. It's just like, why? Why are these numbers so important to people? I have yet to figure that out.
Yeah, people just, you know, they want to feel awesome and have recognition, like, you know, feel good about themselves when someone's like, oh man, you have such a high win ratio, you're such a pro, and I guess they may feel that they have a bigger penis then. I don't know.
Ah, yes, the E-peen. I forgot about that. E-peen.
You know, like, same for me. Like, I'm happy when I check my stats and I'm like, oh, I'm doing pretty well. You know, I have a good average damage in this. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Unless someone calls me out and calls me a shit player, then I will, you know, say, well, I'm not a shit player compared to you because I have better averages apparently. But I will never like start calling someone out for not being as good. I mean, hell, everyone's just learning.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
At the end of the day, this is just a video game, literally.
We're getting a TDM.
Dun dun dun.
Less thinking, more fragging.
Pretty much.
Who's ready for a fight?
And World of Tanks also just suffers with a bad new player experience. Like, I will say it's mandatory to have someone you know already played and is experienced with World of Tanks if you start. Like, if you're gonna play World of Tanks blind, I will guarantee you will not have a good time.
Lead lost. Teams are tied.
Because there's too many mechanics that need explaining.
Lead lost.
That's the problem that Quake has too. It's so mechanically demanding.
Yeah.
And it's like impossible to just learn it and become familiar with things in a day.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, the players are expected to just look up tutorials for themselves and stuff like that.
And we really didn't have that sort of thing in Quake years ago either. Like, outside of like frag videos on YouTube, nothing really existed, so it was like everybody is a god, but you don't realize like, oh, people recorded demos and saved all these clips over a period of 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it wasn't exactly representative of like the average player.
Yeah, that's what actually the top World of Tanks streamer does, which is also like the most popular YouTuber at the same time, because he makes videos with commentary on battles. And he actually, you know, made a video called the Battles You Don't See.
Enemy has the
What he literally did is he just made a video where he just recorded himself live and uploaded it to YouTube to show that, you know, not every battle he plays is like super good that people keep seeing. Because he only
super average fights, like this
yeah,
thing.
yeah, exactly. Because he wants to show it that, you know, he only usually uploads the good videos, you know, just to prove a point. And, you know, he with his main account, he spends a lot of money, of course, to get things. And he actually started a new account where he decided to play completely free to play without spending anything. And that he actually learned that way that the new player experience is like a lot more unfriendly than he originally thought. So he's actually gonna go to the devs and like give feedback to hopefully improve the game for the new
It's
players.
cool that he's doing that. That's going to be very beneficial to players and
Yeah.
hopefully be good for the player base itself.
Yeah, he's very chill.
The issue we're having right now in Quake is that there's like so few non-Quake players getting into it that like they're trying to make sweeping changes to attract new players, which is good. But at the same time, I feel kind of shit on by idsoft as a longtime player and as a paying customer since literally Quake 3, like December of '99. Like, I have given these dudes my money for years and they're telling me that we're not important. They're telling, like, well, there's also the problem of this one developer for idsoft, Sponge. He's very vocal in how much he dislikes Quake and Quake players themselves. And he's very pleased that Quake Champions is really far away from what Quake is. So it's like Bethesda and idsoft are like condoning this sort of anti-Quake attitude, but they expect us to keep playing and they expect us to be satisfied. It's really weird.
I wasn't really aware of that because I'm not, you know, I wasn't very, I haven't had any experiences experienced in any Quake multiplayer. Like, this is the first Quake multiplayer I've actually started playing.
And to be honest, I think it's a really good introduction to Quake for new players because it's similar to a lot of other things too. So it shouldn't be like a completely alien experience, but there's just enough like of something new that it like makes you curious, right?
Oh, I've heard that a lot of the new things scared people away, even like veterans, you know, they're like, you know, oh, with the abilities. No, they see there's abilities, so they're gonna say right away, like, oh, it's like Overwatch.
This game does feel very Overwatch. I will say that, except that like you can actually execute. Like skill-based, unlike what Blizz does, skill-based things don't get patched out. Like Blizzard wants people to play their meta and nothing else. Blizzard does not want players to execute individually, they want to force a concerted team effort and nothing else. And I think there are places for that in games, but that needs to be tempered by something else too. I don't know. I feel like this is a really strange discussion to have, to be honest, because it requires very many angles to look at.
Yeah, sadly I've only played Quake single player in the past. Like, I think only Quake 2 actually. Like Quake 1 as a kid I never played. Only Quake 2, and then I wanted to play Quake 2 multiplayer, but apparently I couldn't find any servers back when I was a kid, so.
Back then stuff was hard to find too, because like people would play their like mods, like competitive mods, and there really weren't websites. Everybody was on IRC, and IRC was hard to use. So like, unless you knew somebody that was already into it, the chances of getting into it on your own were slim. Quake's been very exclusive historically too, and I think that's been something else very negative for the community as a whole.
Hi there, Rogrith. How you doing, man? We're doing some co-op Quake this time. Probably getting our asses kicked. Or at least I am. I'm doing bad. Maybe
I
it's just...
recognize these people, like BPS.
Stop
BPS is a
watching.
really good player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, BPS Gippenheim's, he's a pretty strong player. I recognize his name.
Oh, I'm surprised I got to kill him a few times.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing I have been able to deal with this getting into this, because I know how many good players there are, and whenever I get my ass kicked, with maybe the exception of Capture the Flag, I just keep trying, and sometimes it's just very satisfying when I get maybe a few kills off on someone who's dominating.
Your team has the protection.
Because at least that's satisfying. I'm like, yeah, sure, I got my ass kicked, but at least I got a few frags on someone who's like way more skilled than I am.
Yeah.
And that kind of motivates me, weirdly enough. Oh! What? How did I hit that rail? Too bad he was on protection, though. Oh, he just killed himself. Do you think if I enjoy this game, like I'm not sure how much you have played Overwatch? Have you played it a lot?
I've played it with friends at a friend's house. I don't own it myself.
Okay.
So my experience with Overwatch is pretty limited. It's definitely the kind of game that's more fun to play with people you know. Like, everybody I know that plays it, if they can't play it with friends, they won't solo queue. Like, they won't play it by themselves. Like, they'll go play PUBG, or they'll go play Quake, or like literally any other game, but they won't, like, the people I know into Overwatch will not play it by themselves.
Oh, that sucks. 'Cause I've tried it during a free weekend. I did enjoy it for the short amount of time that I played it. But I'm like not too sure if I want to play it because there's just something about like the itch for like grabbing weapons and items and, you know, interacting more with the map, I guess, if that's a good explanation. That this game provides me that I really, really prefer.
Quake does offer things that are very satisfying on a basic level. Like, the weapons feel good.
Oh yeah.
Items, like you said, movement mechanics, especially with like the variety of champions we have now. Like, you can play the kind of playstyle you want without forcing your team to lose, which is the case in Overwatch. Which is the reason why people will play it with friends, because they can all coordinate like who wants to play what, rather than some guy fucking off and saying he's gonna play like whatever like champ that has like no real contribution to the team.
Yeah, I hear it's probably the same in League of Legends, right? Even though that's a completely different game, but
I mean they're similar enough in that it's like abilities and cooldowns and stuff, like to a greater extent than Quake is. I think there's like analogs to be made, but I have no experience with League, so I can't say.
Yeah, because very often I've heard things about like people crying about what character someone plays and whatnot, but I'm not too sure. But I do think that if, like, sometimes I just think, you know, maybe I should get Overwatch because there's more people playing it, and, you know, in this game I'm just a lot in queue and waiting, but I don't think the other games will probably be as fun or satisfying for me as this game is.
And that's kind of a gamble too, isn't Overwatch still like $30?
Look, I think it's not too expensive, and it gets priced off pretty often.
Yeah, I mean, I got lucky. Like, I didn't know I would like end up liking PUBG, and I had a friend to buy it for me because I was not willing to pay like $30 for a game I wasn't sure if I was gonna hate it or not. Like, am I really gonna like spend this money, play it, install it once, and then uninstall it the same day, and then never do it again?
Yeah.
Like, that felt like too much of a gamble to me. But I mean, if you can get Overwatch reasonably priced and not be like too fussed over the price or whatever, then I say go for it. It might be the kind of game that's right up your alley. That's really impossible to say without having to play it at first.
Yeah, because I did enjoy it kind of when I tried it on the free weekend. It's just, I feel like I'd probably be going back to Quake anyway.
I could see that, but who knows? It could. I mean, do you have friends that play Overwatch?
I don't think so.
Prepare your team.
I don't.
Yeah, that's where kind of the gamble comes in.
Yeah, I don't think I have any friends who play that.
3, 2,
I have
1.
friends who play Battlefield and Destiny, I guess.
Lead lost.
That's why I'm just trying to get my friends into this.
Yeah, at least it's free.
Yeah.
The only thing they're out is like an afternoon if they don't like it.
Teams are tied. Time.
Oh man, I really like this level.
Teams are tied.
Especially on Capture the Flag, this map is fucking troll. Because you know the teleporter, right?
Yeah. The one from Heavy Armor Room
Yeah.
to Rocket?
Yeah. So if you just grab the flag, enter the portal, and then stay on the roof. That is so troll, because apparently so many people just do not suspect you sitting on the roof.
You can't really peek further back too, so you can kind of like kick it in the corner for a while and just wait for things to happen.
I'm getting better at these flick shots.
Incoming quad. Teams are tied. Lead taken.
Oof.
Quad spawned. Enemy
Yeah, okay, the ping is not
teams are
great.
tied.
Also, just noticing a lot of frame rate loss. It feels very different than what I've had in the past. Maybe it's the server.
It's possible. I'm still blown away that we both have literally the same thing.
Yeah, I have like top tier internet, I guess.
Enemy has the quad.
Yeah, see, now I just killed someone even though I barely splashed him. And if I'd be playing on a good ping server, I probably wouldn't have killed him there. But yeah, I'm just, like... I know it's pretty impossible, and it's probably not gonna happen, but I just hope that this game is gonna gain some popularity, but... I just know, realistically speaking, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Lost.
This battle is dragging on too long.
Feel the flames of rage.
But I hope, I guess I hope the devs will make enough money to sustain the servers with how they're currently monetizing their game. Because that's also a thing I think about, you know. It's free to play, but it's, you know, an online game. They gotta keep their servers up. Currently they've monetized it with the Battle Pass, which I'm in favor of, because I've bought the Battle Pass. Because I was like, hey, it's like a 3-month period, and I gotta spend 10 euros. That's nothing.
really is nothing. And like, what we get with matchmaking, we really can't get with private servers either. And like, I always had a private server. I've owned and kept up like a server that I played or paid for just for playing Duel and stuff in Quake 4 and Quake Live, and that was like $15 a month just for like one 8-slot server. And like if I just want to like jump in and go and have like reasonable ping and play like a game that has like skill-based matchmaking, I'm not gonna get that with the $15 a month I'm paying for my own server. It is impossible.
May I say something funny?
Go for it.
Stopwatch.
You know, I mean, obviously you know this because the lightning gun is your favorite weapon because you know it propels the guy you're hitting forward, or like, you know, the way you're shooting him from, right?
There's knockback.
Yeah, exactly. So an enemy just knocked me back into one of his allies, and that caused my passive to kill his ally. So
Ouch.
technically, he killed his own ally.
Teamwork makes the dream work. What else can you say?
Oh, that was pretty amazing.
You will regret that.
5-minute warning.
I just... Scale Bearer is just...
Incoming
I
call.
don't know. I think it's probably the biggest troll, but maybe there's another one that I don't know yet.
Quad spawn. Your team has the quad.
I blew myself up.
Bam!
Quad damage.
Sweet. Oh, yes. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? No? No more takers?
Just 2 at rocket launcher.
This fight belongs
Wait. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Oh, man, it's so hard to hit them with the nail gun. With this ping.
Yeah, you
Like-
gotta lead a lot.
Yeah, like, I usually lead, but I just need to lead more than usual now, which is so annoying. Because the nail gun is probably my favorite weapon. Or like, the super nail gun.
It can be so good, like people just melt so fast, especially in like a narrow hallway or whatever. Or if you get those really good shots where they just follow the movements.
Oh yeah, that was yesterday. I was playing the arcade, which currently, like, it rotates the game mode on arcade.
Yeah.
And currently it's like, just, everyone can choose their own champion
Incoming protection.
and has unlimited rocket launcher. And can also use abilities. And I was like on Blood Covenant twice. That was the last map we played, right?
Protection
Yeah.
spawn.
So I was twice on that map, and you know that one very long corridor on the map, right?
Yeah, from bridge to the teleporter by power.
Yeah. So what I just did a whole lot during those matches, just spam rockets through that whole hallway, and you will get so many precise and mid-air or whatever medals. Like, mainly precise. Because that's like hitting someone long distance with a rocket launcher, right? Or killing.
Yeah, it's long distance direct. I don't know what the distance required is.
Yeah, but like basically just I stood there a couple of times. Like I didn't camp there the whole time, but you know, occasionally I would just spam like 20 rockets down that corridor and I would just farm kills over and over, and that was just glorious.
Nice.
bright lamps
Also, call me stupid, but I literally like found out a couple of days ago about blood pools.
They're nice, right?
I was surprised when I saw it. The first time I was like, huh, is there like a totem somewhere here? But and then I actually watched the video and I actually saw how beneficial the blood pools can be for BJ.
His passive is like once you're out of combat for like a little bit, you get HP back to the nearest what's it called? Like some amount near 25.
Yeah, 25.
Like a nearest multiple of 25, yeah. So like 25, 50, 75, 100, etc.
Yep. So blood pools can be very useful for him. Because you get plus, if you're on 25, you get plus 5, and then you get 30, and then you go up to 50 again. So you can just regain up to full health very quickly if you're near a blood pool.
You win.
GG! I didn't even know if I sucked or not. I did all, I guess, kind of alright.
Top 2.
Top 2 hype.
I've got one more in me, and then I need to eat lunch.
So are you not a fan of Instagib?
Not really. I haven't played very much of it. Like, it's, like we were talking about how, like, movement is real satisfying, and the weapons in Quake in general are really satisfying. I never found Instagib very satisfying, because it's just one gun.
I actually am a big fan of Instagib.
You know what, let's make the since this is going to be my last game, let's make it Instagib. We can do this.
Alright. I've been, like,
In the shadows.
I think it's like for me, the most satisfying game mode, because I just find the railgun so satisfying.
Possibly because I feel like my railgun is pretty, like, eh. You know what I mean?
Not sure.
Like, I feel like that might be part of my attitude towards it. Like, I in general don't have, like, the strongest rail aim.
Oh, you're not very good at aiming, that's what you... Okay.
Well, I mean, like, my aim's pretty decent. Like my rockets are okay. Or, like, not... My rockets are, like, pretty average. But, like, my lightning gun's pretty good. And, like, nail gun I'm pretty decent with. But, like, railgun, I whiff rail shots all the time.
And how do you have your sensitivity put, your mouse sensitivity?
My mouse is like 800 DPI. My mouse sensitivity is 1.25, so it's like fairly low.
Okay, it's very low, yeah. That's even lower than I have, I think, because I have 4500 DPI with 2.5 sensitivity.
Oh, that is very high.
Yeah, and I even played higher. Like I used to play with like 8 sensitivity.
Damn, brother.
But then I was like learning more about this game, and I was like, oh, to improve my aim, I actually need to lower it, because I was being ignorant, and that's how I improved my aim. But no,
I have. Go ahead.
Oh, you can go ahead.
I have to keep the sensitivity low with how much I overcompensate for movements that I make. So, like, it's... Like, I have to keep the sensitivity low in order for me to, like, let's say I try to snap to someone, or I'm trying to follow them, it keeps me from wiggling left and right too much.
Well, what I've just been trying to do is just practice a lot in the training room thingy. Just try to like practice flick shots, they call them, I think.
I haven't messed with the training room. I did it like once for the achievement thing to like get favor before they removed that. I should take another look at it.
Well, sadly, there's like, well, you can also make your own room, but like I can't do that, so I can only start the tutorial, and I can only practice with the rocket launcher because there's no rail in that one. But I do practice flicking.
That's kind of cheese, like not letting new players or free-to-play players have full access to training stuff, because it's like super important.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I had said before, I was fortunate to have people familiar with the game like show me stuff, and like, man, I can just imagine like not knowing anyone that plays this game and then.
Oh, wow.
What do you mean there's not enough players to start the match?
Well, if you
Did
want,
you
if
see
you
that
want,
notification?
yeah, like if you want, we can just do another game mode because apparently there's not a lot of people playing Instigate, but it's so
we're
weird.
like queued up, yeah, like we're queued up for like it should be like prime time right now, to be honest. Like we're queued up on East Coast servers, and it's like 6:30 p.m. People are home from work. People are home from school.
Yeah, it's very odd.
I don't know. I think Quake also attracts like the night owls. Like we would start playing, for me, we would start playing TDM pickups like a couple of years ago at 7:30 p.m. and almost everyone was East Coast. And then we'd play until 2 in the morning. So it's like these people are playing, staying up until like 6.
Yeah.
Like 5, 6 in the morning playing Quake. And
I've done that as
y'all
well.
have jobs?
I've done the same thing.
I will never confirm or deny staying up way too late playing Quake.
I'm doing it like all the time now. Like even like screwing up my, well, I don't have any official plans on stream, but you know I usually think ahead. Like okay, I'll play Quake for about 2 hours on stream, and then it'll end up being 4 hours until I.
You have your
switch to-
routine.
Yeah.
Like you have what you like to do.
And then I just I play it more than I plan, and that's a good thing, I guess, because it shows how much I'm enjoying this game. I have a very much a one more game mentality with this game.
It's good, and it's like, I don't know about you, but all I did for a long time was just play Doom. Like before I quit streaming, like I did nothing but play only Doom, even off stream, for like 3.5 years, 3 years. And the variety is really good to stave off burnout. Just doing something else for fun is important.
Yeah, I've definitely had burnouts with certain games before. One of them, Warframe. You've probably heard about that one.
I used to play Warframe back in like 2013, like when it was still beta.
Oh wow!
But it's a third-person game, so like if I play it long enough, I get motion sick.
Did you spend any money on it?
No.
Okay. Well, like I've been like addicted to Warframe a few times for like a week or two, but then I get burned out and I don't touch it for like half a year or something, or maybe even longer. And currently, I'm also
a cool game.
It's very satisfying, very good, but eventually the missions are like all the same, and it just burns me out, and I'm just wanting to get levels instead of enjoying the game. And
Morning,
that's
sunshine.
what kind of annoys me, because I have a shit ton of stuff unlocked in there. I've like almost every frame. But... Hey there, Meaner. Nice to see you.
3, 2, 1.
Clearly, I should have trained more.
This
I
is.
wish they'd introduce a first-person mode. That would be nice for Warframe.
Oh, I'm not sure if that would be possible though. Like I think the game is probably too fast for that.
Yeah.
But maybe it will work. I'm not sure.
I'd mentioned that to a friend of mine. He's like, dude, I think people will get motion sick doing that. I'm like, guy, I get motion sick playing it in third person.
Yeah. That's like very different for everyone. Like I get motion sick from having a low FOV. But high FOV I have no problem with. Like I have it up to 140 in this game.
Oh, wow.
But I know a friend Kaido, He gets motion sick from anything above 90, I think.
I use the 100, but that's what I've used for years. It's just a comfort thing, like a familiarity thing at this point.
Yeah, oh crap, this next though. We killed each other.
We need to pick it up.
Well, she did better because I had the super nail. But
Incoming
I don't know. I just get I get adjusted to high FOVs very easily. Like when I changed from 100 to 140, it maybe took me 20 minutes. Maybe not even. Maybe even less. Maybe like one match, or maybe not even, to get used to it.
Could be going better.
Enemy has the quad.
It's literally so I have a bit more situational awareness.
Enemy has the quad.
You're looking for a fight.
Also, we're doing a regular deathmatch. Wasn't even aware. Wow, you're kicking ass, man.
Used to be they wouldn't let us do, like, queue up with a friend in regular deathmatch because the worry was people would use it to, like, cheese, like, what's it called? Like, achievements and stuff.
You will regret that.
Which made a lot of sense, but at the same time, it's like, I don't always want to play a team mode with a friend. I just want to be, like, in the spot, doing the thing.
Oh, yeah, one health left.
1 HP. Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm just like thinking in my head, like, dude, stop moving. You're so hard to hit right now.
This may be my day to die.
Meaner asks if Quake Champions can be played like Quake 3 Arena. I have no idea.
It's an inherently different game, but it is multiplayer only if that's what you're thinking of.
Cut you down.
Oh, come on now! God, that was so close to a health pickup.
I'm sorry, I had to say it.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said nothing.
Oh. No, I just, you know, that's also a difference. When I play against pubbies, I'm like, you know, I can get annoyed. But when I play against a friend and I get my ass kicked, I'm all okay with it because I know it's my friend. Like all of a sudden, I don't know why. Just keep my calm that way.
Tank.
Oh, but that was so close. Hey there, Slayer dude, how you doing, man? Man, I am sucking. Ah, damn it.
We need it if we're going to win this.
Damn it. Okay.
You landed on me, dude. You did the thing I was talking about.
But I didn't even know it was you. I just randomly jumped in there.
Sometimes you just gotta jump.
Oh god.
5-minute warning.
Roadkill. It's always satisfying. Oh, I'm actually on a killing spree. Oh, never mind.
We must keep up.
Quad spawned. Enemy has the quad.
What do you think about The Longest Yard.
Super old map.
Yeah, I know it's like basically
This
copied.
isn't, so.
Sorry, what did you say?
Well, not that this isn't. Like, this is DM6 or Pro Q3 DM6 or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I've played this map since '99. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, I've watched some videos and I've seen definitely that a lot of maps are like very similar or maybe even the same of like old maps. But do you like The Longest Yard?
Yes and no. Like, it's fun to try to, like, hit air rockets on people, because it's, like, a big void, you got bounce pads all over the place. The problem with it is when people decide, like, I'm just gonna kick it on Railgun Island and do nothing else.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go up a bounce pad and you're fucked off into the void. Like, that gets old really quick.
Yeah.
But doing it's also satisfying, so... I don't know.
Yeah, I can see the appeal of the map. Especially for like people who are good at rockets and stuff. But I think like for new players it's a very shitty map.
Yeah, because they're gonna feel helpless.
Yeah, because
Like,
they're just getting sniped.
You don't even need to be a new player to feel helpless on it.
Yeah.
You just need to go to the bounce pad at the wrong time.
Exactly. Like I've enjoyed it on 2 occasions. With Instagib I've enjoyed it because you constantly just have aim on people, which is kind of cool. And I've enjoyed it during the arcade, where it was the game mode with everyone plays as Nyx, and only with the gauntlet, and everyone's an insta-kill.
Oh god, what? That is a thing?
Sorry, sorry, I didn't mean Nyx, I meant Slash. My bad.
Still.
Yeah, that was like a rotational thing, so everyone was insta-kill with the gauntlet and ability, and everyone was playing Slash, and that was on The Longest Yard. That was so fun. Like, I'm telling you, it's so fucking funny.
This battle is dragging on too long.
Because, I mean, you probably know a Slash... What, did I say Nyx again? I meant Slash. Yeah, I mean
the one with the
Slash.
Quake 4 movement. Yeah.
Yeah, I meant Slash the whole time. So it's just so troll because when someone gets near you and you activate your ability and he walks into that trail, he just instantly dies, which is fucking funny. Also, when you die and respawn, your ability is immediately recharged. But yeah, that was like a temporary game mode on rotation. I think it was fucking funny. It just...
Sounds hilarious.
It was just, you know... You can even like stand still, pretending you're AFK. Someone comes up to you to try and frag you with his gauntlet, and then you just quickly move back and activate your ability, and then you just kill him.
Super sneaky like.
Oh, I never understand how Doomslayer's ability works with the lock-on.
It's changed a lot. Like, it used to be you could just pop it instantly and almost guaranteed get a frag. And then they changed the amount of time it took, and then they changed his movement speed. So its usefulness has become limited over time. But I don't know about the balance. I don't know how to feel about it.
Well, I found him pretty useless when I tried him the last time. Just 75 damage with any hit, but I don't know, I just don't get close enough to people as often to make it worthwhile.
It used to be good to run away with too. Like you could just get in a fight with someone and it's like, oh, my health is like below HP or below 50. I don't have armor. Pop it and run away. Like super useful. And it used to be really irritating to play against people who would do that.
Nice win, by the way, Loveless. Grats.
Thank you.
I can only envy you, dude. Like, I've never won a deathmatch.
My one tip of advice: play 14 years.
Yeah.
Oh god, like, just man, and that like I feel bad kind of saying that because it's like that's all I've done is just sync hours.
Yeah. I've only won one match so far, solo, and that was an Instagib match like 2 days ago.
I've never won an Instagib. I would probably feel really good if
I'm gonna publish it on YouTube pretty soon, just as a little highlight.
do it. I will watch that.
I mean,
I'm gonna ski dabble. You have yourself a good evening, everybody in STRONKI stream.
thank you so much for
Thank you,
playing,
and have
man.
a good evening.
I really enjoyed it.
Thanks for inviting me, and thanks for like talking to me and stuff. It's actually cool to like talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, like
Quake is real interesting, and I feel like I learned a little bit about World of Tanks too.
I'm always open to play again, so you know.
All right, man. I will hit you up.
Do you want me to like keep you notified whenever I'm going online, or?
I mean, I have the notifications from the Discord.
All right.
So I'll definitely shoot a message if I'm free.
Yeah.
Or I'll just like lurk in the stream.
Just,
or whatever.
I'll just let you know that whenever I'm playing Quake or streaming, like, doesn't matter. Just you're always welcome to join. Always.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Take it easy, man.
Yeah. Have a good evening, man. Thank you. That was fucking great. My apologies for the chat that I, couldn't interact as much with chat as usual because, I have Loveless to talk with. So that changes a lot, Like, I notice a big difference when you're playing with someone else. Your attention goes to the other person instead of the chat regularly, so. But yeah, that was fucking good. Wow. I was like 5th place or something. So, how's chat doing? I can't believe I'm actually on 8 viewers. Holy shit. Probably all thanks to Loveless. Back. Here we go. Don't want to be clickbaiting anyone. So, yeah. I want to welcome everyone in chat who has been chilling. So that is Slayer Dude, Ogrith, Galactic, Light, Power Wolf. Also see Meaner in there. How you all doing, guys? Like, how's your Monday? Made a 3D pixel art browser in Minecraft. Browser in Minecraft? Wait, did you make an actual browser? Alright, we'll do a couple more matches. Do a couple more matches. I think I lowered my volume a little bit so that Loveless would have been better hearable. What I did, I think. Orange cat trying to fish with his paw. Whacking the cat. So Light's Wi-Fi is pretty ass. I'm sorry to hear that, man. All right, let's just do a little bit more. Let's try to get into an Instagib this time. Maybe we'll be able to. And also, I'll after the I can release that freaking Instagib win, I guess, soon. I think there were probably just like new players I was playing against. Also, I should not forget to change my servers here, by the way. We want to play on good ping. Look at this 6 ping on EU Rotterdam. But I'll do anything here. Fine. I did disable like Russia because Russians, I'm afraid of them because they're pro. That's the only one I turned off, I think. Screenshot sent. Oh boy. Oh, okay, you made like a... Oh, cool. That's a Bowser. That looks pretty nice. Cool. That's a 3D Bowser. Well, let's do a Instagame here. 2 hours. Holy shit. That's a long time. So, after we'll do a few more matches, maybe 1 or 2. We could play Chex Quest 3, or we could also play Doom 3. I don't know what you guys want to prefer, but... Man, I'm surprised there's actually more people watching me on Monday compared to Sunday. Flat picture into a 3D. Yeah, I can imagine that that's like very difficult. Doom 2. But that's yeah, no, we're not playing Doom 2. We're either playing Doom 1 Episode 2, Chex Quest 3, or Doom 3. Because Chex Quest 3 is the next one on the list. I know it's officially, I guess, Doom, but you know, it's Chex Quest. Also, guys, are we gonna meme again tonight? Are we gonna meme again tonight? Look at what I have. We got the chocolate.
Vote now.
Where do we want to instigate?
Bastards. Why are you torturing me like this?
Search.
Garbage! From King Garbage of the Garbage Dynasty!
Also, I got a new sound that no one knows yet. So that's probably perfect for whenever I get a chainsaw or maybe kill someone with a saw. Like when I get a humiliation kill on someone. So yeah, enjoy that new sound. Are you new? How did you know about that? Alright boys, let's try to do some instagib. Instagib.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, come on boys. Let's try to do this.
Round begins in
Make Loveless proud.
3, 2.
We're probably gonna suck.
We need to pick it up.
We are probably gonna suck.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Oof.
Keep driving them back.
Ow. Wow, that was 2 in a row, 2 at the same time.
You don't know what honorable means. You scum. You're looking for a fight.
See, those are the pros there.
You know why I'm winning.
Oof.
Humiliation.
going better. The shadows hide me. Crash like you.
From the shadows.
Garbage! From King Garbage! Of the garbage giant!
Wrong fight. We're getting murdered out
Well,
here.
we're fourth. Fifth. God damn
I
it.
should have trained more.
My ping is godlike, man. Oh, that flick, though.
Not many can get the drop on me. Hey, shit!
Damn it.
You only feel
Alright, but you know, I'm not doing good. What?
this changes anything.
Yep. They're sucking right here.
The battle could be going better. You don't know what honorable means.
What?
We need to pick it up.
We're not getting kills anymore.
Where? We're getting murdered out here.
Doesn't matter where I go, everyone will like hit me.
I can start this.
Like I can pull off a few nice shots every now and then, but I can't be consistent. See, because then I just spawn in and I die.
You scum. Try to keep up. Now you see me. Now you don't. Fight me.
Where's... Yeah, I don't even see half of the things. That's crazy.
Get back.
I'm like way behind. Yeah, this is gonna be a last place insta-gib for me.
Ghost you scum all day long. I've been fighting trash.
I'm gonna lose this. I already know that. So yeah, my apologies, guys. We're playing against way better players than I am. I
Not
literally
many
went
can get the
invisible
drop
there.
on me. The battle could be going better. The wrong fight. Face it. We need to pick it up. You don't
5-minute warning.
You'll regret that.
This map is too small for enjoying insta-gib. For me.
Showstopper.
You are
Revenge. 10 flags left. Humiliation.
Sweet.
Denied.
Clearly, I should have trained more.
Hi.
You need to pick it up.
Ow. No! Ah!
Not many can get the drop on me. If you're looking for a... start this.
Flags left.
Only fuel our revenge.
Shit.
Okay, now you see me. Now you don't.
2 frags left. 1 frag left. Revenge.
You are never.
Headshot. Impressive. Excellent. Double whammy.
I had a double whammy there.
Place.
Yeah, I sucked compared to everyone else. We got 22 kills, I guess. Yeah, I'm not very good at Instagame. But it was fun. I enjoy it. And I like that double whammy at the end. And I think there was definitely a bonus XP going on last night. Are champions still priced off? I don't see it.
If I don't see some action.
Oh, they're still priced off. Holy shit, nice. So, Light said he wanted to see Doom 1 Episode 2. Basically, if you've seen Discord, I'm calling it running in the... No, what was it? Running through the iWads. Right? Ah, my back is itchy.
Vote now.
Ruins of Sarnath, please. I like that map. Final Doomer. Alright, we'll do that then. Maybe we'll also do episode 3. Because it's still early, it's only 1 AM. You know, I think, 2-hour long, almost 3-hour long session, Quake Champions. Good. I also am really hoping that you guys are enjoying yourselves with the Quake Champions streams. And I'm telling you, everyone is welcome. Well, everyone, like most people, are definitely welcome to join in. Like, you know, if a random person just comes in like, hey, I want to play with you. Like, probably not, but, you know, if you've been here for a while, you're welcome to join in. If I know you, you know, if I know you, I'll definitely be willing to play with you. Thank you, Slayer, dude. I appreciate that.
Morning, sunshine.
Morning, sunshine.
Only fuel our revenge.
Okay, let's do a warm up
Driving
here.
them back.
See, I can pull off pretty nice shots occasionally.
To fight.
You know, that's... Like, I think I have potential with this, because I can sometimes
3,
pull off decent shots.
1.
Don't
Fight.
think this changes anything.
That was a hit.
Impressive.
For a fight.
Headshot.
Got one now.
Lead tied. Lead lost.
I've been fighting trash
Look at
like
that.
for years.
Like, I pull things off decently sometimes. Ow.
Try to keep up. You don't know what honorable means.
Oh, that was fast. Did you see that?
You scum. Face
Oh, that was a nice shot. Look at
You
that.
can be sure I'll end
See,
it.
I have pretty good reactions with like.
Ghost you scum all day long. Where am I?
Okay, that was
Getting
dumb.
murdered out here. You know why I'm winning? Because I planned it.
Impressive. Excellent.
Fight
See,
me.
I can definitely pull off some shots every now and then. Hello.
You need to pick
He
it
came
up.
out of nowhere.
The battle could be going better.
I think I'm accurate, but I'm just not quick enough with reacting.
You'll regret that.
I think that's a big problem I have.
Came to the wrong fight.
And maybe I'm just very predictable. I think my movement may be very bad as well. Because I'm just
Not many
predictable
can
and
get the
easy to
drop on
hit.
me. Clearly, I should have trained more.
Jeez.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Oh, what? Shit.
Don't worry about it. You are
Oh, I'm
never
starting
going
to suck again.
Humiliation.
Heck.
We need to pick it up.
Whoa, that was
This changes anything.
a nice shot by her.
Ghost you scum all day.
Oh,
Excellent. Revenge.
Keep driving them back. Try to keep up.
see, sometimes I can just pull off very nice shots. That makes me happy when I pull off these decent shots, you know?
You don't know what honorable means. The shadows hide me. For a fight.
The shadows.
Rip.
Not many can get the drop on me. I've been fighting trash like you for years.
Eh.
We're getting murdered out here. I didn't start this.
Whoa, what?
But
I
to be
didn't even.
sure I'll end it.
Okay.
Fight me.
I have like the best pain.
Face it.
Ah!
The battle could be going better. You know why I'm winning? Because I planned it that way.
5-minute warning. Railgun God.
You're all washed up. You'll regret that. Fight me.
Ah, no!
Clearly,
I think I'm just
should
too
have trained
slow.
more.
I think that's really my problem. I'm too slow. I don't speed enough.
Shot.
You are never going to win. Where am I?
15 friends left.
I've been fighting trash like you for years.
Oh,
I didn't start this, but you can be sure I'll... Think this changes anything.
Flags left.
You only
Oh,
think
damn it.
about revenge. You need to pick it
Damn
up.
it!
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Oof.
If you're looking for a fight, you've got one now.
What? How was that not a hit?
You know what honor means. Keep driving them back.
3 frags left.
Up on me. Try to keep up.
Frags left.
That guy leading is super good.
1 frag left.
Into the wrong fight.
Fourth place.
Fourth, like, you know, I'm not happy. Not unhappy, sorry. I'm not unhappy with this. Yeah, like, I went for, like, middle of the pack. I'm totally fine with that. You know, it would be amazing to win games, but middle of the pack, I'm fine with that. You know, and I'm seeing that I'm actually getting shots of that are kind of pretty nice, you know? Like, going around the corner, quickly flicking people to death, like... I like it. Cool when that happens, and I think it's very satisfying. And we reach level 54. How about that? Another week of boost in there. So now, next level we'll unlock a vanity item for Scale Bearer here. And we'll unlock a little icon as well. Then we'll get more shards. Not that many. 63 is getting closer. The other guys were using performance enhancing drugs. Well, technically Anarchy does. Because his ability is injection.
See some action soon. I'm gonna start flipping tables.
Yeah, what's with all the flipping table memes here? Like, Nyx will also flip you like a table.
I'm gonna flip you like a table.
Guess who's back to deal a whooping?
That elf hat and ears, though.
You won't even see me coming.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like Nyx more or Visor. I think I should have probably... I don't know. I'm just not good with my situational awareness. I don't know. James Hetfield. You're gonna flip James Hetfield. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know what we can also do? Let's actually do one arcade match. Assuming we'll get one. Because I need to farm more rocket launcher god medals for this season. Amazing. Oh, Diablo gun. So I bought this one, the Violator. Or do you have the Annihilator? I want the Pummel. Pummel is sexy. Come on. You know you want the Pummel, right? I think the Redeemer is also, or the Moonstriker, sorry, is also pretty cool looking. Now we're probably not going to get into a match. Nope, not happening. Also, since I need 2 more shards, as long as we'll level up quickly enough before the discounts go away, if I get 3 more levels, I'll be able to get a new champion. Also, what am I gonna buy after this? I almost have all champions, you guys. Almost. Just need Keel, Clutch, Stragan Peaker, Galena, and Anarchy. And then we'll have all. 5 more. We're not getting any freaking match here. Also, you see this helmet Sorlag is having here? That reminds me of the Power Rangers. Like those robotic creatures they had. This top part looks exactly like that. Like, come on. Like, can I find anything? Megazord. I'm not sure. Like, let's look it up. Megazord. Megazord. Well, not Megazord. No, it has to be like the. No, it needs to be Power Rangers. I don't know. Let's look things up. Robot animal. White Tiger Zord. Oh, there's one. I don't know what the name is though. Swords. List of Zords. Oh crap, that's too many. Alright, maybe I can see something in the intro. I'm not sure. Dragon Zord. Is that the one I'm looking for? A little bit. Yeah, definitely a little bit like Dragon Zord. What it reminds me of. Definitely has that style to it, right? Also, I don't think we're getting into a match. That is sad. Alright, we'll wait to 7 minutes, otherwise we'll play Doom. And we'll eat chocolate. Maybe. If I get to eat chocolate. But as usual, I love this game. I wish more people played it. I really do. I have not voted on this chocolate. Damn it. Alright. Let me
Let me smash, please.